This solo build is so fun. I really underestimated how fun Bladesworn can be when you play solo. So today we're gonna take a look at this very good build. Before I get to the gear, I want to mention that this build is very specifically crafted to being quite sustainable. If you want to go more aggressive, you can switch some gear and traits around. But this is the solo build that is capable of soloing anything in Guild Wars 2. It might not be as strong as the Celestial Berserker that I posted a while ago. Be sure to check it out in the description or in the top right corner. But it is very fun to play. I just want to promote this very fun build. The original build was theory crafted by Lord Hyson, so credits to him. So for gear you want to run full assassin. Very straightforward, full assassin to get exactly 75% crit chance. Full assassin with superior rune of the strength for more might duration. You want to run axe and pistol. Again, full assassin. You want to run superior sigil of strength and superior sigil of battle for more might generation. Together with the rune of the strength, you actually get very nice might uptime with that, because your might lasts 50% longer. Then again, trinkets, full assassin, very straightforward. And now we get to the interesting part. For relic, you can go 3 options, I would say, that are really good. You can go relic of Peter, which is the more aggressive option because it can teleport in your dragon trigger. So that means that you can actually get 10% damage buff whenever you use your dragon trigger. That's the more aggressive version. For more defensive option, of course, Zacchaeus is always a very good pick. 4% healing, really, really nice. And the last option that also works very decently is actually Relic of Maboon. It gives you some nice might multiplier, so the effectiveness of might is higher when you use this relic. That can be really helpful. But it's a little bit gimmicky because it needs a long fight to actually work out. So I would say the most safe bet is Relic of Peter if you don't need more healing. If you need more healing, go for Zacchaeus. And this is the more, let's say, min-maxy that works very well if you know what you're doing in a long fight. For utility and food, you want to go with Peppercorn Crusted Sweepstakes, minus 10% incoming damage and power and ferocity, perfect. If you can't afford the Ascended version, you will go with bowls of sweet and spicy butternut squash soup. And for utility consumables, the cheap option is the superior sharpening stones. If you want to min-max, because you have so high precision with the assassin, here you can go for furious sharpening stones, which give you based on your precision, power and ferocity. So it's a little bit better in terms of DPS, but it's also way more expensive. So for the traits, you want to run strength, defense, and Bladesworn. Strength gives you a lot of damage multipliers, a lot of adrenaline, and some more crit chance. You get some stability access. You actually have a lot of movement skills. All of that give stability. This can be really helpful to deny CC of the bosses. Then just a lot of might application with this. And you get a lot of damage multiplier from this. So Berserker's power will be really consistent, high damage uptime. So it's really, really nice. Then you have defense. That's the, like it says, the defensive trait line. Gives you some nice protection, some very strong passive healing. Don't underestimate that. That's actually really, really good. Then you get some resolution, some more damage increase and weakness application. That's really cool. You get an invulnerability for 4 seconds against direct damage, not condis, when you use your tactical reload. So really, really good. So that's on a 30-second cooldown and you get actually that very consistently. It's really nice. Can be really helpful. And then you get Cleansing Ire, which not only gives you some nice adrenaline or flow, but also gives you some nice condi cleanse. So really, overall, this trade line is really, really helpful for defense and just utility. And then Bladesworn, of course, gives you access to a gun saber. Really cool mechanic. And of course, gives you access to a dragon trigger. You get some nice flow when you swap weapons. That also applies to going in dragon trigger and in the gun saber. That's really nice. You get stability when you cast your dragon trigger or start casting it. It's really nice. It's really important because, of course, you want to stand still and don't get CC'd when you cast your dragon trigger. Then you get some more damage stacks. That helps a lot. Then you get some more ferocity. Also, again, more damage. Very nice. And lastly, we take Immortal Dragon for some very nice protection uptime. And, way more important here, your Dragon Slash, so charged dragon triggers, heal you for 8% of the damage they do. That's amazing. That's always, I would say, a full heal if you hit it. It's really, really strong. So that means this is the reason why you don't really need Zacchaeus Relic for the most part, because you have this crazy damage heal conversion. It's really good. And that's why you run Assassins, because you can't run that. If you want to run Berserker gear, you have to change for that, because then you get more might uptime, and that helps, so to say. But the thing is, you have to change a lot if you want to make this trade work. You have to go for full Berserker gear. You have to swap your rune. You have to swap your sigils to get more crit chance and stuff. So I think this is a very a safe bet to go with this trade setup and gear setup. Now let's quickly talk about the weapon skills. This is some nice missile block. This is some nice damage. And we have a lot of ammo skills. All of them give you a damage buff. This gives some nice barrier and stability with the trade. This is also some nice damage. All have some nice range as well. Your X gives you some nice fury and vulnerability. This is some nice damage as well. This is some nice vulnerability and H's, and it recharges also some ammo skill of the 5 skill. This is some heavy damage. Always use that with 6 counts if you can. And use some nice healing with your healing skill. Always important with combat stimulant. It's really good. I wouldn't double cast it a lot because it's more important to actually get the passive healing, the blade healing. And then you get some nice for great justice. That's very helpful to keep up the might stacks and of course the fury. So this, you should use that especially when you are starting to cast the dragon trigger to make sure that you have 25 might stacks. That's the most important thing. And of course you can spam it to upkeep fury, but I would say the most important part is that you'd have 25 stacks of might and fury when you're about to hit your dragon trigger. Then dragon spike mine, just some nice sunbreak and evade, and also sets up the dragon trigger because it recharges it. And then you have some nice float generation with flow stabilizer. Also some nice fury. Tackle reload, it's really strong because it's giving you a lot of ammunition skills back. Also, that's really cool here, gives you more charges on the dragon trigger next time you use it. Really helpful to really fast charge it. And that's the cool part, it also gives you defy pain, so invulnerability against strike damage. It's really cool. So overall the setup is really rigid, you shouldn't change a lot. Regarding the Bladesworn rotation, you want to start with precasting your ammunition skills of the Bladesworn utility skills. Then you will try to engage the fight with your tactical reload. Use your pistol 5 with fully charged 6 ammunition. Then you use your pistol 4 to recharge a little bit of the pistol's skills. Then use your X2 for some instant fury and vulnerability application. Then you swap into your dragon trigger and start casting your first dragon trigger. And of course use your teleport and H's if necessary. If it's fully charged, you will release it and of course try to hit your target with it, as is your main damage skill. After that, you're in your gun saber, where you want to cast your 4 and use your dragon spike mine so that you can get your dragon trigger recharged. As soon as you did that, you swap into dragon trigger again and charge dragon trigger. Again, use your 4 and 5 if necessary. Release it when it's fully charged. After that, you use all your gun saber skills and then you swap out of your gun saber, use your pistol 5, X2 and pistol 4. If your target is for whatever reason under 50%, you can also use the X3. Other than that, always make sure that your for great justice is used when you are not kept at 25 might. This is especially important. If you are starting to cast your dragon trigger, you should always hit your dragon trigger when you are having 25 might. That's the most important thing. It's the biggest damage skill that you have. And that's the rotation. You can see in the background, it's very easy to solo. It's really fun to play. It's really strong in my opinion. It's very fun if you enjoy this anime playstyle with teleporting behind your enemy and also hitting really high damage attacks. If you enjoyed this quick guide, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks to all my supporters on YouTube, Twitch and Patreon. Thanks Malice. Thanks Lane. I hope to see you all in the next video.